Here are three of my Windows-based computers. I want to see if you can notice the difference. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not able to make a folder on my laptop here. They're all running the exact same build of Windows 7. Windows 7? Windows 10, give me a second. Well, the version is the same, but the build number is slightly different. And yet, this one right here has basically removed the option for creating a new folder. Of all the bugs I've encountered on Windows 10, this is the one that has to be the biggest amount of bullshit I've ever witnessed with this fucking operating system. Now, if I actually open up the little viewer here, no, it's grayed out right now. Let's go to here. Let's say I want to create something through that. As you can tell, it refuses to make a folder. What a fucking garbage operating system. The fact one of the key features that makes Windows and computing a thing, making a new folder, basically nukes itself off my laptop, is very fucking annoying. The last folder I made, give me a second, was this folder. Well, actually, no, it's in this folder, but this is the last thing I installed on this computer. Was World of Warships. I wanted to make a new folder for War Thunder, but as you can tell, I can't do that. Again, out of all the stupid bugs to ever be on Windows, let alone Windows 10, this has to be the stupidest. Hell, I think I might boot up my old fucking Windows 98 machine just to prove my point. I want to see if I can fix this problem first. I already did method 1 here and it didn't work. Next one is this right here, which I'm going to do and see if that works. Method 2 did not work. And this one says clean boot, whatever that means. Yeah, at this point, I'm better off just fucking reinstalling Windows 10. Again, out of all the bugs I've encountered on Windows 10, this has to be the stupidest bug I've ever seen in my life, let alone a bug that an operating system has. Not even fucking Windows 10 does this. Not Windows 10. Windows 7 does this. Again, I'm really thinking of booting up my old 98 just to prove my point because this is bullshit. Now, Rage Editor should resolve this issue. But the fact that I have to fucking go into Rage Editor to resolve this is absolutely unnecessary. Alright, supposedly this should resolve this issue. Since I have an NVMe drive in this thing, it should boot relatively quick. So I'll just keep recording just in case something goes wrong. At this rate, I'm expecting something to go wrong. Yay, ugly reflection. I've never been happy with this operating system. And I know we're gonna have some, I know for a fact I'm gonna have some Linux fags watching this video. I'm not using Linux. You can't do with Linux. Everything is fucking code-based garbage with Linux. Doing a task as simple as installing a driver is code-based garbage. So with that said, I still can't get, what the fuck? And of course, then I got a bunch of code-based garbage here to work with. Is that really the reason why? Please tell me that's the reason why, so I can harp even more on Windows. Manage settings. It's off, so let's turn it on and see what happens. Nope. I still can't make a folder. The last thing I did was install World of Warships. That's the last thing I did. Can I even copy files from this thing? Copy files for this thing? Give me a second. Here's my thumb drive. Can I copy this? Yikes, 3 gigs. What makes it 3 gigs? Well, whatever. I only just need a little bit. Can I rename? I can copy files to and from, but I'm not allowed to make a fucking folder. Why is Windows 10 such a piece of garbage? Now I'm forced to reinstall Windows 10 again on this computer. And that's because I don't have the option to make fucking files, make a new folder anymore. What a fucking joke of an operating system. Here is my old 98. I don't know when that got turned into Spanish, but it's been like that ever since. And you can tell it's my old 98. It's all nasty and crusty, and yet... she still fully works. This is an old ass computer. And I mean old. Sorry about the flicker. I'll come back when she fully boots. Here I am installing War Thunder on the laptop, and if I right click, I now have the make folder option again, and if I actually refresh, the folder actually stays, and I can name it whatever I want. Refresh it again, and it stays there. Apparently, a registry key got fucked up. And luckily, there's a YouTuber that actually figured out how to do it and gave a registry download to fix the issue, which I have it on my computer permanently. That YouTuber is this guy right here. It's a camera autofocus. Give me a second. This guy right here actually resolved all my issues. This video needs a lot more views than it actually has. And he saved this computer's life from getting completely blown away again. Granted, I could just blown it away and just start all over again like an hour or two, but that's an hour or two of my life I'm not going to get back. So as you can tell now, I actually have a folder for War Thunder, and I'm currently installing it. So as of right now, I'm now able to get I'm now able to fully make new folders like I used to. Again, a Windows feature that you would think wouldn't be able to be corrupted. and yet somehow it got corrupted. I don't know how that happened, why it happened, but it got corrupted. The last thing I did was install World of Warships. I didn't make a custom folder for it, I just told the install where to download. With War Thunder, you have to make a whole new folder and then tell it to install into that. Gaijin needs to fix their installer and whatnot, but Gaijin has a lot more to fix with this game than just how the installation is done on a computer. So with that said, let's actually go back to my 98 that is already booted up by now. Yeah, she hasn't been booted up in a long time. Last I checked, I booted her up like 2 years. Yeah, that seems about correct for how long I had her booted. Last time I booted her. Give her a couple seconds, and there she goes. Man, do some of these icons bring me back. So with that said, what do you think will happen when I right click? And I go to new folder, or new here. Oh, would you look at that? I can now make a new folder. The computer's being a little janky right now. The mouse is an absolute... It's one of these. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. My dad added stuff onto this thing when he tried to make it his own computer. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. Oh, would you look at that? I can make a new folder on my fucking ancient ass 98. Again, out of all the problems I've seen Windows 10 have, this one has to be the stupidest and most annoying problem I've ever encountered on Windows 10. They're the reason why I despise this fucking operating system. And the fact that I now had an issue with making a new folder really goes to show how garbage of an operating system Windows 10 truly is. Oh yeah, let's bring in the competition for a second. A MacBook. Oh, would you look at that? The first option, new folder. Oh, would you look at that? My MacBook is able to create a folder when I tell it to. And yet, my Windows 10 laptop had to go and download a fucking registry key to fix it. What a fucking joke of an operating system. A fucking piece of garbage operating system. Now again, if there's any Linux faggots watching this video still, the closest I'll ever get to Linux is this MacBook. Because I'm pretty sure y'all Linux fags know, Mac OS is a heavily modified copy or version of Linux. This will be the closest I ever get to that shitty operating system. Because at least Apple can make Linux into an OS that a normal person like me that doesn't care about fucking code-based garbage to think they're smart doesn't have to. Well, goddamn, I can't remember what I was trying to say. But like I said, to the Linux fags, I'm not going to your operating system. It's almost all the programs I have, all the games I have, won't run on Linux, and if they do, it's under a stupid virtual machine, and it's a fucking nightmare to set up compared to setting up a virtual machine on either a Mac OS or Windows. And to prove my point, I have a virtual machine right here, BlueStacks. It was just simple little click a few little yes and no's, and it was installed and up and running. I know I'm going off topic, but like I said, I know there's going to be at least one or two Linux fags that are going to be saying, swap to Linux, we're better in Windows 10, use our operating system, whee! So yeah, with that said, let's actually get this video finished. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a virus scan on this computer. Like I said, I just got this thing a few days ago. It will most likely pick up a few things, and let me actually show you where it might pick up those few things. Let's see. If it picks up anything, it'll be from Sims 3, because it's a downloaded copy of Sims 3, maybe Azure Lane, and maybe the data live right here. Those are the 3 areas where if I did a virus scan and it found anything, that's where it'll find them. It won't find them. Shouldn't find anything anywhere else, or maybe just like a few standard whatever, like cookies or whatever the heck you call them. But it shouldn't find anything that actually should cause the fucking file registry of Windows 10 to corrupt. Who knows? Maybe installing World of Warships somehow caused it to corrupt. I legitimately don't know. Oh yeah, and just to prove my point, I'm currently updating BlueStacks. It literally just asks, double click the icon, then double click the icon again above, and macOS does its own thing. This is something that Linux doesn't do. Linux is all code-based garbage. And before you say anything, I tried running Ubuntu on this computer to see if I can get any better performance with the PS3 emulator. And for the life of me, I could not get the GPU drivers installed. And I followed AMD's instructions to a T, and yet it refused to work. If you're wondering, it's an AMD RX 5600 XT. I have a Ryzen 5, it's a first gen Ryzen, 6 cores, 12 threads, 16 gigs of RAM. It's a decent mid tier. But like I said, I'm not downgrading to freaking Linux. I might just skip the verification because it's not really needed. Go away. Just do your thing. Meh. I have a brick my MacBook. This thing's freaking thermal throttle, and I can already tell. It's a passive, so this thing's gonna thermal throttle like a motherfucker. So, yeah, I'll come back when I do a virus scan on this thing. Again, I'm sorry about going off a tangent, but like I said, there's gonna be those few Linux fags that are gonna say swap to Linux, and I just want to show them why Linux is a piece of junk. One more tangent. Oh, gotta type in my password. This is the one thing that I do hate about both Linux and macOS, is you gotta have a password to basically do anything. I know it's a name of security, but for the love of God, you need a password to install a stupid update or type in your stupid password. Blech. But even still, far superior to installing stuff on Linux, this macOS is fantastic. It's definitely second best to Windows when Windows isn't being retarded. And give my MacBook a little bit more longer, and it should boot up into BlueStacks, and we're good to go again, as you can tell. So with that said, I will shut up. I'll stop this tangent, and I'll come back when I do a virus scan on this laptop. I ran the base Windows 10 virus scanning crap, or whatever we call it. It found absolutely nothing. And as you can tell, I have Malwarebytes here. I have it set to both scan the main boot drive and the NVMe drive. So as you can tell, I've already been going for 12 minutes. If it would have found something, it would have found it within the first 5. And just out of pure curiosity, can I still... Yes, I can. Can I do another one somewhere else? Yes, I can. Alright, so far so good. I'm still pissed at this operating system for very obvious reasons, but still. So far, nothing has been found. Alright, it's been going for nearly an hour. Oh, it's been going for an hour and 30 minutes now. If it was going to find something, it would have found it long ago. So I already know there's nothing on here that could cause this to happen. But something happened that caused Windows 10 to forget the new folder option for some unknown reason. Again, out of all the bugs I've ever encountered on this shitty joke of an operating system, this one has to be the stupidest bug ever. So with that said, I'm going to shut the computer down for a little bit and reboot it. Mainly to let it cool off. The heatsink in this thing is damaged. I got a new one coming in, but I want to try and reduce the wear and tear on the little Ryzen 3 on this thing until that new heatsink comes in. Running that virus check for a good hour and 30 minutes really pushed this computer. I really don't want to take any more risks with it when it comes to its cooling solution. Alright, it's been off for like an hour or so. I doubt that'll change anything, but still. Like I said, I want to let the thing cool down after running it hard like that for a while. Hopefully the new heatsink will come in soon, but I don't know yet. The eBay listing said the 1st or 5th of April. Well, as you can tell, it still loads in just fine, so... Or not loads in, it still has the option to... go away, you. Still allows me to properly add new folders. With that said, though, I am going to do a system restore again because I have no idea what caused this. Especially considering all the little programs I showed you are all on my other desktops. And none of this ever happened to my other computers. I don't know what happened. The only thing I could think that would cause this issue is display whatever DDU, because if I do an update when it comes to Windows 10, this computer will also go and download the base drivers for the GPU, basically completely nullifying the proper drivers that are meant for this actual laptop. So what I have to do is I have to go into a Windows Update and basically pause it like once every month or so. Even though I haven't had this computer running for a month yet, but still. Like I said, I have no idea what happened. I'm just gonna chalk it up as a loss and just completely blow away Windows 10 and start this thing all over again. Luckily with Windows 10, I can get this thing back up and running in working order in like, what, an hour and 30 minutes? Getting a Windows 10 getting Windows 10 set up is incredibly quick, especially if I have an NVMe equipped computer like I do. But like I said, I still to this day have no idea what actually caused the new folder icon to just go away, and for Windows itself to completely forget how to actually add a new folder. Again, I have no idea what caused this issue. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a new folder in basically every place I can put it. And then I'm going to reboot the computer one more time and see what happens. I doubt this will cause it to happen again, but this is Windows 10 we're talking about. I just spent like how many minutes recording this stupid video showing how garbage of an operating system this is next to bashing on Linux fags. Linux has its place, but it's always going to be third. It's always going to be behind Mac. I'm pointing at my MacBook right there. Yay, ugly reflection. Also, as you can tell now, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm just some asshole with a bunch of weeb stuff clustered on his wall, complaining about Windows 10 being retarded. Well, I can still create new folders, so like I said, I'll just chalk it up to just a fault with something. I don't know. A fresh new install of Windows 10 won't hurt. And plus, there's really nothing I really need to save. If anything, I just need to save this little picture here. That way, so I can just have my wallpaper back up and running again once I get Windows up and running. But that's like the only thing I gotta save. Everything else I can just re-download. Thank God.